There is a lot to discuss in this episode. Await the news until you see it. Visa, Ripple, and BIS detected our presence. We'll also discuss the Forbes compilation of a small crypto chart, as it's fascinating to see which coins they included. Next, we'll delve into Ethereum's classification as fraud, so please grab a seat now without delay. Let's get started. Unwind now. In the last day, Bitcoin has increased 83% to 63,600. With Ethereum reaching $3,00291, it is up 4.8%. XRP is experiencing a 6% increase, reaching a mean value of 52 cents, while the overall market remains stable. The market cap for cryptocurrencies just flashed. The market cap for cryptocurrencies has turned red, currently valued at $2 trillion, or $389 billion. Before we delve into the news, allow me to share a humorous story with you. We are also pretty close to the boundary where the net ends and reopens, allowing pucks to enter. However, what astounded us all was the fact that, because of the net, there was no way for a puck to get to us. However, 30 seconds later, the guy over there got hit in the head and bounced off, and Rickett informed us that everything was a mess. He got up in a good mood and cheered as he left, so he was gushing blood. They erupted in cheers for him. It really was. Never before have I witnessed anything like, say, how this puck removed the ricochet from his head and came. All I can say is that flying our way was insane. I've never seen anything like it. Before that, however, you know that you're heading to a double hockey game the following day. You are aware that pucks can soar through the air, strike someone in the head, and nearly land in your lap. Time is running out now. Because of this, everyone ought to have one. Should Coinbase delete Ethereum? This is the poll I submitted. They utilized XRP until the law received clarification. 80% of the SEC members said they should. I believe that all U.S. exchanges ought to drop Ethereum and treat it similarly to how they handled XRP. However, given their significant investment in Ethereum, it's highly likely that they won't do so. We previously demonstrated this in this post and this tweet, and it remains relevant today. In December 2020, Matt Corver is a consensus lawyer, as you can tell by pulling up his profile. He stated that, while I wouldn't discuss Amerix, this attempt was a crypto attack. This is somewhat ridiculous because, in my 5 years of experience, no one involved in or working on decentralized technology or cryptocurrency has expressed any encouragement that the XRP cryptocurrency would succeed. The intriguing thing about it all is that, according to certain estimates, 75% of all cryptocurrencies are based on Ethereum. If we were to classify the Ethereum blockchain as a security, would all those other cryptocurrencies also fall under that category? Alright, according to Brad Garlinghouse, 90% of cryptocurrencies would disappear. This would be one of the reasons, right? It's quite intriguing, but how much do you know about this guy? Ethereum consensus maintained vitality for Matt and myself. Facing a lawsuit from Ripple, or XRP, was an incredible opportunity. They were laughing, saying that shitcoin was a security measure, but instead of helping or participating in the way in, they chose to sit back and make fun of it. Now, however, observe what's transpiring. Dr. Huber pointed out that the SEC is specifically targeting them. You can argue about how well it works, how many developers and projects are built on it, that it is too big to fail, that JP Morgan, the SEC, and other powerful institutions support it, and other reasons why this Ethereum is dreadfully built on fraud, deception, conspiracy, and corruption, but it doesn't really matter. It remains the same. Ethereum is based on the worst fraud that cryptocurrency has ever seen in its financial history. Please listen to this. I'd like to ask you one question because it relates to something that your detractors appear to think is true, namely that the SEC filed a case against Ripple during your last days as its chairman. You are providing advisory services to other companies in this industry, and some of them have pointed out or implied that there is a conflict. Well, let me clarify that we brought several cases to the attention of the SEC during my tenure there involving offerings and securities that violated our regulations regarding registration for public distribution. I won't go into details. Regarding the situation you described in particular, as well as my post-government employment in the field, I can say that for the businesses I advise, I'm not trying to push them, but one of them is an institutional asset manager. There was also, I guess, an infrastructure that I was ignorant of. I became acquainted with these companies during my tenure in government. If you hear this part of the video after me, please mute it. Given the copyrighted nature of some of the music, we can understand why, but let's be honest. We are familiar with Clayton, Ethereum, and him. Since you watched the video, they have all benefited from some sort of agreement or payout. There were even snippets of Joe Lubin mockingly sitting back and praising the SEC. They excelled in their respective fields of expertise. They pioneered crypto. After all, things have changed since they left office, so it begs the question, will Bill Hinman reimburse consensus? That is what I would like to know. The entire market capitalization of cryptocurrencies is quite intriguing. Brad Garlinghouse expects the market capitalization of cryptocurrencies to reach $200 trillion over the next 10 years. This trend could raise the overall value of the cryptocurrency industry to above. There's little doubt that 5 trillion people will pay attention. You know, we're approaching 5 trillion. Although I'm confident that at this time you're probably going to get very close to the $7 trillion barrier, the $200 trillion main cryptocurrency market cap may be among the largest we've ever seen because there hasn't been a rotation. From conventional markets, we continue to the second wave of ETFs is new to me. The second wave of institutions arrives. There's still tons of money at this base. It's intimidating to go into cryptocurrency. We obtained the Asian markets will go live at the end of the month. We still don't have their ETFs, whereas Morgan Stanley is investigating it and hasn't made any investments. All we've seen so far are those that aspire to be early adopters. Take note of this. Forbes serves no useful purpose. Blockchains are the future. Even if the top 20 blockchains below are unproven and primarily used for speculation, their combined market value is $100 billion. The best opportunities for making millions are in cryptocurrency trading, but Charles Agins stated that they are not accountable to regulators or shareholders. He is Adder's president. According to Forbes, XRP Cardano is right. Bitcoin Money Litecoin Ethereum Classic CP EMLM Stacks Theater Cash Shadow Raro Alolan Flow Multiverse Ethereum SV Main Teos. We haven't verified that any EOS is a scam. Intriguingly, real enterprises and central banks are developing on top of the XRP ledger. Those who have tested and or utilized the XRP ledger attest to its functionality. They seem to be attempting to pump what they hold, and it appears to me that this is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Just how you may have anticipated interesting, huh? Let's listen to this. This clip features Visa and Ripple on the same panel. Todd Fox, the Vice President of Public Policy for Visas, and Daniel Eden, the Advisor and Solution Architect for the BIS, should consult first when discussing XRP. Over the last 7 or 8 years, Ripple has mostly worked with financial institutions and has always had business relationships. We are a business-to-business, B2B, company that offers technology to facilitate the more efficient transfer of funds across borders. However, as our clientele grew accustomed to this technology, we recognized the opportunity to remove the complexity and provide the desired outcome. As a result, we proceeded to the next phase, which involved managing liquidity through the use of a digital asset. We utilize XRP as a bridge. Nonetheless, the subsequent phase involved addressing liquidity through the use of a digital asset. In our case, we used XRP as a bridge currency to facilitate transactions between fiat currencies. As a result, end users were not specifically required to understand or grasp this. Since cryptocurrency was involved, everything they observed was cheaper, faster, more dependable, and available around the clock, all significant advancements above what was previously taking place, which is why we now have a license. Over time, we really want to be that go-to place where you can move money quickly whenever you want. However, you want interesting comments and interesting reactions. We hold a minor license in New York, We've submitted applications for licenses worldwide, and the MAS in Singapore recently approved our major payments institution license. In my opinion, Ripple will successfully navigate this process. Nonetheless, they will receive money this year. With a license in every state in the US, will Twitter become a significant player? Cooking is a brewing activity that may benefit MasterCard and Visa. Right now, I'm confident that someone who has already tapped into the XRP ledger is doing something significant that could potentially benefit Amazon. This is especially true given our global connections, which include Visa and MasterCard, as well as the involvement of the BIS and the IMF. I believe that whenever XRP starts to move, someone is going to announce that they are cooking something huge, which will help drive up the price of the cryptocurrency even further. We'll have to wait and see, but you already know where XRP is going. The peak of all time.